Happy Earth Day, everyone! Today is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, and so therefore we are going to have a lesson that is based around nature. First thing, we're going to learn how to make a color wheel. So you'll learn your primary colors, secondary colors, what value is, and then we're going to take those color wheels, take them outside, and try to find as many of those colors as we can in nature. So stay tuned. Step-by-step class. Welcome to all ages. Some of you adults I know could use a refresher on the color wheel. Alright, so what you're going to need for this class is a sheet of paper, something round so you can trace a circle, something else that's round, and something else that's round. So we need 3 different sizes. I'm going to use watercolor. If you don't have watercolor, this class will work too with crayon, so we're going to do one of those as well. And a Sharpie or pencil or pen or something that you can use to trace around your circles. This is Gertrude. Alright, so let's get started. First, we're going to use a paper plate or whatever you have laying around that's round. Lots of people have paper plates. I'm using a gold Sharpie just for fun. Use black, blue. This part doesn't really matter too much. Gonna trace around the paper plate. The tracing really is just to help you make a circle. If you want to freehand it, go for it. So we got a circle. We're going to do another circle inside of that. Try to get it in the middle. And then one more circle. Smaller. I'm going to use the bottom of this. Alright, so far you should have 3 circles inside of each other, sort of like a bullseye. And then we're going to use this straight edge. We're going to cut it like a pizza in 3 different directions, preferably equal. So, you can use a piece of paper instead of your watercolor tray. Cut once down the middle. And then we're going to cut it 2 more times, but we're going to try to keep them really even. Thirds are hard. Make sure your line's always going through the center of the circle. I'm just going to eyeball it. There's your next line. And then one more, cutting straight through the middle. That's pretty good. So before we get color on our paper, let's talk about what primary colors are. Primary colors, there's only 3 of them: red, yellow, and blue. And every other color that you know is made from those 3 primary colors. Now that we have all of our lines on your color wheel, we're going to start to do the primary colors. So I've got my watercolor, some water, paintbrush. First thing we're going to do is red. So I'm getting some red on my paintbrush. This color palette doesn't have the best red, but I'm going to mix one up. So you can pick any of your pizza slices to start. You just want to start with the outer ring. I'm going to do this real quick. You guys can follow along, get your red one going. You got your red. Now before we move on to the next color, what I want you to do is, with watercolor, to create a lighter color, you use more water. It waters down the color, makes it lighter. So we're going to talk about what value means. Value means that you take a hue, red is the hue, and then you make it lighter. And it just depends on what material you're using on how you're going to make it lighter. Watercolor, more water. So second section in, we're going to do a lighter red. Probably gonna drip, sorry. And then the inner little piece of pizza, we're gonna do the lightest red we can do. Like just a little tiny bit of paint. Red, that is either, if you have acrylic paint, if you add white into it, that's changing the value. Watercolor, you add water. That's how you make different shades of pink. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry before I show you. We'll move on to the next color. Let's do yellow. I love yellow. So lots of saturation, lots of paint for your first one. You're gonna wanna skip a piece of pizza. So we're gonna be doing every other one. So we're going to skip the red, leave a blank one, go on to the yellow. Do your big piece first with a lot of color. Make it as dark as you can. If you're going to be using crayon, the way that you make a color darker is you push harder and you really saturate the paper. To make it lighter, you don't push very hard and you'll make a lighter color. Let me show you. So here's my crayon. This top one, I pushed harder. This one I didn't push as hard. So this can be done with crayon pretty easily. Here's my yellow. Here's my red, still dripping. Alright, so yellow, we're gonna do a lighter yellow. Watercolor, more water. Crayons, push lighter. Little bit more yellow. And then your inside pizza slice, really light. Our next color is going to be blue. And once again, you're gonna want to skip a piece of pizza so that we are doing every other color. There should only be one spot left for where your blue should go. First section is the big section. I'm gonna get just some really good amount of paint on my brush, make it a really nice dark blue or dark royal-ish blue. Cover that whole section. And then get a little more paint on that. Make it a really nice bright blue. Alright, so now I'm going to do a lighter blue. Once again, more water for watercolor, less pressure for crayons, acrylic, add white. It's gonna be like a medium blue. And then your last little piece of pizza, you're gonna make it really light blue, like a sky blue. Barely any paint, just enough to kind of see the blue. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and then show you guys how it turned out, and then we'll move on to our secondary colors. We just finished our primary colors, and this is what it should look like. So you got your red, your yellow, and your blue. So now we need to talk about what are secondary colors. Secondary colors are the colors that these make in between. So yellow mixed with blue makes what color? I bet you some of you guys know this. What would go right in this section right here? Green. And so what about yellow and red? What would be the secondary color in between those two? Give me a second to think about it. What does red and yellow mixed together make? Orange. Last one, red mixed with blue makes what color? Purple. All right, let's get started. We're gonna fill in all of our sections. Dark orange, medium orange, light orange, dark green, medium green, light green, dark purple, light, medium purple, light purple. Another helpful hint with watercolor is in between these colors, I blow dried my paper. If you have wet and then you touch it with something else that's wet, it pulls all the color, and so they start to mix together. So in between each of these, in between the primary and the secondary colors, make sure that your paper gets all the way dried out. Now that my paper is dry, we're gonna start in on our secondary colors. I think I'm gonna start with orange. So I've got a nice orange color here. I'm gonna do the big section first. As I'm doing these, you guys can follow along to your big orange color. Lots of saturation. Want it to be nice, bright orange like a pumpkin. Alright, so then lighter, I'm gonna do a medium orange. And then the lightest of all, just a little tiny hint of orange in your little tiny piece of pizza. It's mainly just water if you're using watercolor. Alright, so then the next one I'm thinking about doing is purple. Get a bunch of purple on your brush. It goes in between the red and the blue. Make your dark one the outer ring. I sometimes like to get the whole thing wet and then I'll drop in some more color. With watercolor, it'll soak up to right where you put the water. With normal paper, not quite so much. I want this to be really dark purple. Okay, so then your medium purple. Just a little less pigment, more water. Oops. And then your very last, light purple. Not very much pigment at all. Okay, so what's left in between yellow and blue? Green. This one's gonna be helpful once we get these outdoors. There's a lot of green stuff going on right now. So let's get a good darkish green happening. Fill your big section first, dark green. And then your medium green, a little bit of water. I usually just dip my brush in water and I don't really clean it because you've already got green on your brush, so it's an easy way to get the same color, same hue, and just lighten it up. Alright, and then do light green. Once again, I just like dumped it in there. I might like knock off a little bit of the water, but your brush still has a little green in it, so easy way to make a really light green. Okay, well I'm gonna get this dry and I'll show you and then I'll tell you the next steps. All right, mine is all dry. I cut it out. Good scissor practice, cutting a big circle. So let's do a little bit of reviewing. First things first, what are your primary colors? Red, yellow, and blue. And then what are your secondary colors? Orange, green, and purple. So we're on to the second part of this class where we're going to take this outdoors. We're going to try to find as many of these colors out in nature as we can. A couple disclaimers. You don't have to pick the things that you find. If you find a pretty red flower, don't pick it. Unless if it's like in your yard and you have permission. Don't go into other people's yards and pick their flowers. This is more of a class on how to look, not necessarily going and gathering all of these things. You can hold your color wheel up to the color, see if it matches, but you don't necessarily have to pick all of these things and bring them home. Welcome to my backyard. I have already found my first color. Let me show you. We've got some nice bright yellows. It's usually okay to pick dandelions. Most people don't mind. I found a really good purple. Aren't those pretty? Matches pretty good too, especially with my light purple. Purple. This one is kind of a bluish purple. It could be right in the middle of those two. I found blue. Found some of our like middle yellow. These are little flowers coming off of a kale plant in my garden. Pretty yellows. It's good greens too. Dark green. I found some red. Animals count in this challenge. Okay, we've got a nice bright green. This green is gonna be kind of in the middle of the yellow and the green. Most colors are a mixture of a bunch of colors, but that one would be right there. It's pretty green. That's a pretty good match. So yeah, they're right there in the middle of, in between red and purple, pinky color. And they're so pretty. Okay, what a good orange color. I'll leave you guys with the sunset. Anybody spot the orange? There's also some purple in there. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody learned a little bit more about colors. Take your color wheels out all summer long, spring long. Find all the colors that you can. Stay tuned. On Friday, we're going to be releasing another video for celebrating Earth Day. Let's celebrate the Earth all week. Thanks so much. See you again.